blonde hair, blue eyes that'll make you faint on sight. But she looks like trouble. Her lips so kissable and poisonous. I know she won't be good for me. But I don't care, 'cause I know it's so rare for a guy like me to get a chance with a girl like her. And I won't waste that chance. 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 She got me like. Her looks, I assume they come with a price. She's smiling, but that may just be a disguise. I wanna say hi, but I'm scared she'll kill me. Could we? Will we? Would she? Probably not. But I don't care, 'cause I know it's so rare for a guy like me to get a chance with a girl like her. And I won't waste that chance. 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 She got me low.
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me. Hypnotized by the sounds I'm breathing in. Hold tight, hold tight. Chemicals collide. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. Dripping lights paint the skies, all because of you. Dripping lights paint the skies, only you can make me move. You
That's probably better, seeing as I have no idea what these guys are going to do at all.
That's good. Neither do I. I just make it up as I go along.
That sounds about right. Pico.
You know, that's pretty much just how I do run my life.
Oh, wow, they started.
Okay, so I guess Escapist, you can unmute us if we're.
Yep, you guys are ready.
All right, sweet. So I have no idea what these OP.GGs look like. So
No, I don't either. Okay, so guys, welcome to Props Cup Season 1. Obviously, we have a not Season 1, the match today. Yeah, my brain's not working. It's okay. This is what happens when you have to work an 8-hour shift before this. Okay, so we got Yeehaw5 versus Busaders. Definitely, you know, another interesting match. Now, we do have an E-sub, so there will be a loss of bans. That's why we aren't seeing any bans here for once. Werpack is subbing in as an emergency E-sub at 80. So I'm not sure how this is going to work out. So I think they only lose 2 bans, I believe, because it's one. So obviously they will have to make an adjustment based off of this. Hi Colin, how's it going? So far we've had a Graves ban and Talia ban, so it looks like we're seeing a little bit of a focus ban on Night. And a Zac ban, so I think there's definitely some heavy focus on the jungler bans here, and we'll see if we have a 4th jungler ban. And a Zinzao, so 4 straight jungler bans, interesting. So we'll see if there's going to be a pickup here with the first pick jungler. That would be, you know, you might see that just to try and help, you know, defend that champion pool with already 4 bans off the pick. But of course there are some, you know, good junglers. But no, it is going to be the Urgot, so that's going to be pretty interesting.
High priority in the Urgot MP Cup recently.
Yeah, definitely. So I would like to see, obviously now, you know, if you drop 3 bans, they could definitely take a 4th. Yeah, you could pick up the Aatrox for the counter and then grab a jungler for yourself. You know, really pinch that.
Make it impossible to play jungle.
Yeah, you just don't get to play a jungle. You have to run 2 supports. Sorry, the top laner gets.
There's Darius hover, maybe flexing the Aatrox to mid, but
no, but it is a Sivir. Sivir definitely climbing up in the rankings, very safe champion, great wave clear, great team utility. Does synergize pretty well with an Aatrox.
Yep, good damage at all points of the game.
Yep.
So
it
now
looks like
if
my bet is.
My
Yeah,
bad.
I think we'll see another ADC here in jungle. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I want to pick up their jungler before they get 5 bans against them.
I'm not really sure about an early Olaf pick. I mean, you know, obviously, you know, I'm not the best jungler in the world by no means. So I mean, you know, I feel like when you first pick an Olaf now, that does allow for a counter. There's the Kaisa. I wouldn't mind seeing something like a Trundle here. I know Trundle's fallen off quite a bit, but you know, just to really shut down that Olaf might not be a bad. Because obviously, when you strip away all the defensive stats and you're low on health to begin with, you can really burn through that Olaf pretty quickly.
Yeah, the Olaf pick might have been a counter against Busaders here, just in case they wanted to pull a run them down comp with Sivir, Olaf, and Aatrox. A lot of move speed, a lot of ability just to run at them, but so that might have been going for their head.
But Rush, not a bad pick. I mean, they could just say, okay, you know what, we're fine with it. You can ban some more of our junglers if you want. If Nova Typhoon's feeling comfortable that there's still plenty of good junglers up for him. Obviously, so mids and supports are left open on one side here to be banned out, and then we got junglers and you know, either yeah. Well, remember the Aatrox could flex mid as well.
I believe they'll probably just choose the Aatrox to match whatever Urgot goes to. So
yeah,
kind of depends on.
We could see a Lissandra and then with the double flex, but I mean, the Galio and Morgana are removed. And a Warwick ban, okay. I would like to see the Trundle here, and then just save your mid counter pick. You'd have a really good, you know, Thresh, Sivir, Trundle, Aatrox, very good synergy. But a Vi's not a bad, you know. I know Vi's one of the weaker junglers right now, not like top tier, but still a good solid. Does work well with Silver as well. So Inter might not be a bad mid lane to pick here, just because that's done. Ooh, it could be a Victor top. Lysandra, not a bad phone name. So now that just leaves support, yeah. Nami. I feel like a Braum wouldn't be bad here, just to kind of stop the boomerang. But a Nami would be good with the ult to stop, throw it at them as the Sivir is trying to ult on top of them. So not a bad.
Yeah, I think they definitely want some.
Go ahead.
I think they definitely want some casters or something to protect the backline here, just because Lysandra will probably go Aftershock, and then Urgot's definitely a frontliner along with Olaf. Yeah. So
but
they definitely need something.
I was gonna say I like the Taric pick. Actually, that was I wasn't thinking about that, but that gives you some tankiness. And you think about like an Olaf, if that Taric ult procs just as the Olaf's getting low with all that damage, and then the Lysandra with triple immunity, the Taric ult, the Hourglass, and the Lysandra ult, that's gonna be a pain in the neck to deal.
Yeah, that would be a very annoying team fight to watch go down.
Yeah, so I do like that Taric pick quite a bit. I definitely. So, and then the Kassadin. So definitely a very kind of run at you comp versus a very you just can't kill us comp. So it's going to be two very interesting comps. Not something that you see. These aren't comps that you've seen a lot recently with the Vi, the Kassadin. So sometimes you get these games where it's like, and here's Urgot versus Aatrox on the top lane that we've seen 10 million times, and the Azir versus Galio or whatever that we've seen a million times. So very matchups that we haven't seen a lot of recently, with the exception of like Kai'Sa, Sivir. But I mean, definitely should be interesting. Looking forward to it. So obviously, yeah. Busaders looking for their first win of the season, though. Yeehaw5 trying to solidify their playoffs.
And now we wait 3 minutes.
Yep.
Some key things to point out, I think, are going to be mostly watching the junglers' pathings on both sides to see what lanes they want to affect. As Olaf early game is, I think, a little better than Vi. Some junglers probably want to correct me in Gen Chat, but that'll be interesting to watch because where Olaf wants to go will definitely affect the lane matchups, especially how top lane is pretty even or not going to have 1v1 unless there's a high skill difference.
Yeah, if I'm Olaf, I'm looking for a pre-gank 6 in the mid lane. Because you remember, with the claw, with the snare, you're going to be able to do a lot of damage to that Kassadin before you can get away. So I would want to see some early ganks on mid, try and really pressure that Kassadin. Because if you can push that Kassadin behind and really let your Lysandra scale, get that big early game, that would really help you out quite a bit. Because if Lysandra can get ahead, and then you got the Urgot mid game, the Lysandra mid game with the Taric ult would be in pretty good shape. So I think pre-6, I would like to see a lot of focus in the mid lane from the Olaf. With the Vi, I feel like you're better just kind of once you get to 6, really focusing that bot lane. With the Sivir engage, with the Thresh hook, you can really shut down. Because Taric, yeah, he has the stun, but that's about it. He's not, he doesn't have the high mobility to escape. There's no, you just have that ult again. So I'd like to see the really focus down. If you can bait out the Taric stun, maybe really focus on the Kai'Sa and really shut her down. I think that would be key there for Vi.
Yeah, another thing to notice for the Busaders bot lane with Sivir, her ideal push is to just constant push and then back off and conserve mana afterwards against a Kai'Sa, just because level 1 and 2, Kai'Sa can barely clear waves, or at least clears very slowly. So it's going to be a good wave managing lane to focus on in that case, just because if Sivir is constantly pushing with QW, then Olaf is a free gank on the bot lane because they don't have a lot of mobility, at least until 6 besides the Lantern. Yeah,
one thing I would like to see is if this Sivir can shove the lane in, let this Thresh roam up to mid. Because if you can get that, if you can combo it with a Vi ult into a Thresh hook, when just you can kill this Lysandra. Doesn't matter how immune she is, if she's just constantly being CC'd and can't get away. You know what I mean? Because you can just chain all. So that might be a good target focus there. I'm not really sure about the ignite on the Tark. I just feel like the exhaust might be a little bit better to help protect your Kai'Sa. Because Kai'Sa is going to be your late game damage source, and I feel like you're not really going to be going for... You're not going to get kill pressure against a Thresh Sivir. So I would have liked to have seen an exhaust on the Tark instead of the ignite, just to help protect your Kai'Sa a little bit more during the team fight stage from the Vi, you know what I mean?
Exactly. I do agree with you on that case, but now we're loading in, and let's see what's happening.
And I'm going to call this, before we go into game, I'm going to say we are going to see an invade here. And I'm going to say we are going to see an invade by the, with the Olaf, because Olaf, very good level 1 damage. You know, you've got the Urgot passive. I'm going to go ahead and call this. We're going to see a surprise invade. So we'll see if I'm right here. But runes seem pretty standard across the board. Seeing press the attack on Vi. Interesting. I'm not sure if that's, I'm not a jungler there, so I'm not 100% certain if that's a thing for Vi to run. I haven't really played Vi that much. So.
Yeah, I can't offer too much opinion. I don't see Vi in solo queue, but I don't think press the attack is what she usually takes, even if it was. So it might be a more unique build that we see here, rather than the standard full-on Triforce and then lethality or whatever in defensive.
Yeah, I'm just I feel like if I'm in this team comp, I'm gonna say I'm not the damage source. I need to be just there for my CC and my tankiness. So I feel like there might be some better. Go a little bit more, because I mean he's going domination in the second tier too. I feel like just going like full tank would. It would slow your wave clear a little bit, but you'd definitely be a lot.
Yeah,
And
I mean, yeah, precision
we
is
have
all probably what.
I thought we had a spectator bug there for a little bit because we were like frozen in play. All right, so let's see if there's any surprise. Oh, and we're straight into a pause, and I think the Kai'Sa didn't connect. I think that's what we.
YH5, let's go.
Yeah. Okay. So Fug has DC'd. So Yeehaw 5, obviously, oh, straight in. Okay, there we got a reason. And no, it looks like no invade, so just the standard 5 points. So I'm wrong. I just wanted to see some fun,
30 seconds until minions spawn.
All just squaring off in the bushes, waiting for something to happen.
Yep. Trying to see if there's any. Doesn't look like there's anything too. Wait a minute. Okay. I was kind of confused. I saw 2 charges of corrupting potion on the Urgot, and I was like, "What's going on here?" That's why Urgot just back there.
I see he used one.
Yeah, that's why I was confused. Like, wait, why do I only see 2 here? What's going on?
Well, he was able to get back in time and still show up to his lane without any tardiness.
Yep, but all in all, looks standard all across the board. Now we do see the relic shield on Tarek. I know, that means that John Lee's obviously feeling pretty comfortable with his ability to. Because of course, as we all know, Thresh's auto attacks are not a melee, therefore do not trigger the proc on that. Versus something like a Tarek or a Braum, which.
Yeah.
So if you're not confident and you don't have that communication with your ADC, you do go that ancient coin route.
Which is actually what surprised me about the Tarek pick here, is that he decided to go gold coin, ancient coin instead.
I do feel like if you're that Tarek, you really want to just protect your Kai'Sa. So I feel like you're gonna go that Relic Shield, get the Guardian Shield, and the Knight's Vow just to really protect your Kai'Sa. So I'm kind of surprised by that.
You might be looking at it for more of the mana sustain, that way they can go longer with more spell casts. Level 2 engage going pretty well for...
Oh, are they gonna get first blood here?
Side.
No, he's gonna get. Oh,
Flash
this is gonna
flash.
turn around. Now this just went disastrous. Oh man, if that Sivir had hit level 2 just a little bit sooner, that fight would have gone so bad.
On the top side of the map, there's a gank, and it goes down successfully. First blood for YH5.
Oh, but they get the counter kill. That's important.
Yeah, and also to notice, YH5 also blew all 4 of their summoners in the bot lane due to the Vi presence, but Busaders holds on to Sivir's flash and the Igni.
Yeah, so definitely a lot of kill pressure. And now remember, Olaf, because he died, he lost his buff. Well, Vi still has her buff as well, so that'll help the jungle. But Olaf did get the first blood, so that will help him out, in items. Stand. So all in all, not the worst thing in the world. Obviously, you would have liked to have lived. And okay, I may.
Everything looking pretty even in the lanes right now, at least CS-wise. Kill onto the Olaf and kill onto the Aatrox means that Aatrox comes back with his long sword and a refillable pot instead of just some pots. But otherwise, things are just being a sunny afternoon on the rail. Again, coming down mid, Kassadin at 10% HP, levels up, has flash. Avoids gank, doesn't blow in. YH5 going in on the bot lane. Thresh has no flash, he could go down right here. One auto, boom. Looking at Sivir going low, has spell shield, won't die to anything. Good 2v2 skirmish. I'll keep covering for him. So mid lane, Kassadin returns from his previous being ganked session and TP's in. Blown that. Lissandra also answers with her TP. And YH5 returns. Most noticeably right now, while I look at the gold differentials during the pause, is just that jungle is currently ahead 400 gold, and then 80 carry is also ahead 400 gold, and then Taric is ahead 200 gold, all going towards Yeehaw 5, which makes them 800 gold ahead in total, minus some small amounts and other such. Welcome back to Lupa.
Yeah, sorry about that.
All good. As soon as you came back, the game also unpaused, so it's all perfect timing.
Wait, did they pause for me?
No, they didn't pause for you, but they did pause for whatever reason they had.
Okay, what are we at for time-wise? 5:30?
5:35, 5:36.
I'm caught up to you.
Perfect.
All right, so it looks like I may lose power at some stage here because we are having the lights flicker a little bit due to it. So it looks like whilst I was gone, Kaisa picked up a kill, and
Picks up another one too. Sivir with no respect towards that damage.
I think this is interesting. They actually paused in the middle of a fight here because Aatrox and Urgot are fighting in the.
YH5.
Yeah, but this is not what you want to see. The last thing you want is this. Kaisa should not be upping kills here. So the fact that Kaisa has 2 kills here is not a good sign.
Yeah, it was a very nice 2v2 engage with the Tarek stun that happened, and Thresh just got stunned with no flash, and there's nothing they could really do after that one. I really want to switch over this top lane fight once the pause ends, but we'll wait for it.
Yeah, on the stream, it is obviously you guys can see the top. We were watching the bot side fight, but the stream actually is paused on the top screen, so I can tell you that they're both at about half health in the top lane. Urgot does have his flash available to him. Aatrox does not. They looks like they both do have their ults intact as well in the top. Now, the thing to remember is that Aatrox when he died, did pick up an item, so he does have a longsword right now. Versus Urgot has not gotten it back in yet. But and they both are level 6, so this could go either way.
And especially with both junglers in the bot side of the map, it's going to be a pure 1v1 if it goes down to a kill.
But I think Aatrox does have the advantage here because with his ult still being up, remember Urgot's ult will not execute. I mean he'll be able to drag him in, but like that's it. So I think Aatrox should be okay here. I feel like he will win this matchup, but I could be wrong, because it looks like okay, if I'm looking at this correctly, just based off the pause, it looks like Urgot has landed a Q and his E is active at the moment. Or not his E, his W is active at the moment, doing damage onto. Let's take a look. We'll just look down the board here. Kassadin has finished his tier initially, and Lissandra has got a Kindle gem at the moment. So obviously Kassadin charging up. Now, if you look, Kassadin does actually have a CS lead here at the moment, which is not something that should not happen. This is if you look across the board, the two roles that should be losing early game are actually the two lanes that should be losing early game are actually winning. Kassadin is ahead of Lissandra, and Kai'Sa is ahead of Sivir. So that's a little bit strange that you see this. Other than that, Tarek obviously starting to power up, has gotten his gotten a pink ward, has got the stopwatch, so wouldn't be surprised as soon as Tarek arrives here, we should be interesting to see that push, because obviously Sivir is dead. Actually, I'm gonna wait. There's something I think is gonna happen, but I'm gonna wait for the unpause because I don't want to. I don't want to like give any information. So we'll just wait here. So it looks like Knight of the Zed has disconnected. The jungler, the old.
I'm not sure if it was originally the reason his or him that caused the reason to pause, but we'll see.
Yeah. He could be just like refreshing something in the background. So obviously, this Kai'Sa getting these 2 early kills is pretty much the ideal, like, this is what you want to see if you're on the side. You can get that Kai'Sa powered up very early on. And if they can get this Kai'Sa going, that you do not want to run onto a fed Kai'Sa, because especially with all the peel that she's got with the Tarek, with the Lissandra, with the Olaf, you're going to have a hard time getting onto this Kai'Sa. Because really the only one who's going to be able to do that is going to be the Vi with the ult. But I mean, if you try and ult on top of the Kai'Sa, the Urgot and Lissandra can deal with the rest of the team along with the Olaf. Because if the Vi goes in on the Kai'Sa and the 3 of them turn on like the back line, you don't really actually have a lot of peel because with the Tarek ult going on, because the Aatrox is also disconnected. With the Olaf can get on top of the Sivir and the Thresh, because you're not going to be able to CC them with just the hook, and then you can just really burn through. So they can do a lot of damage on this back line if this Vi goes in. And the problem is if you don't go in on the Kai'Sa, then the Kai'Sa's getting a free hit, and when you're a fed Kai'Sa, pretty much we all know what happens when you're a free Kai'Sa and a fed Kai'Sa and able to free hit. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, Knight of the Zed's reconnected here, so obviously we're just waiting.
Waiting on Fug, yep.
Yep. So tracking summoners here, obviously Sivir does still have the flash available to him. Thresh with the ignite, or yeah. Oh, actually, my summoners are going to be messed up because of the disconnect. I just remembered that, so we can't trust my summoners, unfortunately. We'll have to wait a little bit till I see more summoners spells being used for my things to be up to date. So we can't ignore.
Yeah, so Thresh does have his flash down right now, and Sivir Heal is still down. Oh, resuming play finally.
Okay, so I want to see blue side here. Maybe they can pick up where Vi is, and they did ping out Vi. I wouldn't mind seeing a Olaf back, but I feel like had he been up there, you might have been able to squeeze in that Inferno.
Flame fight going down. Another trade. Urgot.
There's the Urgot.
The ult onto the Aatrox.
So just trading the ult.
Whoa, Urgot. Be careful, buddy.
He can get out. Okay, remember what I said with the fact that Aatrox had gotten the longsword gave him a bit of it, and Urgot had not backed yet, so all those corrupting potions had been used.
Well, the bot lane, I don't think, would push the wave all the way into the tower, so then Sivir gets that free mighty big.
I'm very surprised by that. You know, you just got the kill. You know, there's no pressure. Your Olaf is there. I'm surprised they didn't push that in. And is this going to be a dragon? This could be an infernal. Yeah, this is going to be an infernal dragon for them. You know, very good call. They recognize that the opposing bot side had. So they just go ahead and take the infernal dragon. That'll help them out quite.
Big stat to pick up in the early game, especially when it's available. So good vision control and knowledge of the enemy team. Jungler even.
Good call here. They know the Aatrox ult is down, and they're just gonna 3-man. Oh my God! He actually got away, and they will actually come out ahead because they burned the Olaf ult. They burned it in exhaust. The Olaf has to back after just backing it previously. So I mean. That's a huge pull-off. Great job there by Fugnuggler. Voids the 3-man gang, blows ult, summoner spell, forces it back out of the jungler. And your team got the Infernal Dragons. That's a huge win there.
Yeah, one thing to notice about that gank was that Lissandra didn't have ulti for another 3 seconds, so that might have changed things if they had waited that time.
Oh, goodbye, Vi. Vi with a little bit of an overplay there. I think they didn't quite realize that Cassidy just had a tier and Ruby Crystal, not really going to do any damage there. And they got collapsed on pretty quick. And that kill did go over to Lissandra as well, so that'll help get that Lissandra online.
Oh, solo kill! Urgot had his ult come up before Aatrox, and that's what happened. Because Aatrox stayed with.
I don't know. I don't think that Aatrox had backed after that fight.
Nope. But bot lane fight going down. Sivir blows ulti, ignites down, and Kaisa dies. Big shutdown, especially after letting Kaisa get 2-0.
Yeah, you have a BF sword and 2 long swords versus T2 boots, and you lose. A little bit strange there, but we'll see.
Came down to that difference in ignite, and then Taric. I don't know why Taric held onto the ult. Maybe he had no mana. But,
fight in the top lane. Fight in the top lane. Remember this. Aatrox does have. Oh, nice flash. But I don't think it's gonna matter. Not with the Vi ult. Yep, there we go. And even Cassidy came up there to help out. They're gonna spot out the Olaf.
Beautiful attempt to counter by the Urgot to flash over this Vi Q, but Vi presses R and removes the counter.
And the big thing in that fight is that he did manage to force the Aatrox ult, though. So he'll have ult priority again by the time he gets back.
Kaisa went and bought a Storm Razor, so she has a lot more pushing power and attack speed in her lane now. Might be able to deal with the T2 boots that beat her earlier.
Yeah, well, I think that's the right call. You do have a Lissandra for AP damage. And you
And
know,
also-
you only have 2 semi-tanks. You don't really have a full tank, so you don't need to be that AP.
Yeah, and also the AP ratio was nerfed in like one of the recent patches.
Yeah.
That makes it a little less viable.
And this could be if they all 4 of them come down to mid, they could take this tower. Right? They could get first turret mid if the Kaisa had come with them. I don't know why Kaisa and Tarek didn't. I mean, you had the wave pushed in. I mean, this should have been first turret here.
Slight miscommunication. TP from Kassadin to get back in time and make sure that nothing else happens.
Yeah. Back in the top lane, Urgot closing in on that black clear. Aatrox has gotten a ninja tabbies to protect himself a little bit more. Ooh. Lysandra definitely did not win that. And, you know, Warpack looking pretty solid. I mean, not great communication, remember, because he is the E-sub. All in all, looking like a pretty solid E-sub. You know, obviously sometimes you get E-subs and it's just like, oh god, why? Nah, he's not going to go in. Not with the Tarek ult and the Tarek stun right underneath the tap.
I came bot lane just to leech a little bit of XP. All good.
Well, possibly could have been there as well. They didn't know where Olaf was, so just in case Olaf was there for cap. We do have a Cloud Drake coming up as the next.
Sivir uses spell shield and sidesteps the spell.
And here we go, big fight in the bottom.
Beautiful flashes, and
yeah,
all
but now they're around the Kassadin. This is going to be bad here. The Kassadin's going to get a lot of kills. There's one. Kassadin's going to get at least one more here. There's 2, and they're going to get 3, maybe even 4 if they want to go for it. There we go. This is also going to be first turret as well. They can get the turret here, and then they can pivot immediately.
Yeah, and that's a Windrake spawning, so pretty good to pick up if they're going to be transitioning mid-game with rotating. But they're not going to opt to wait the 20 seconds for it, so...
Yeah, they took the turret a little bit faster than I thought. But the Kassadin did get 2 kills here, so this is going to enable him to finish Roa, and he can start building towards the Archangel Staff as well. Early kills on the Kassadin, just what the doctor ordered It was a great turn though. They blew so much early on trying to get the Sivir, and then as a result, by the time they were at the turret, then it was like, okay, well, we don't have Lysandra ult, we don't have Olaf ult, we don't have Tarek ult, we don't have Kaisa ult, and meanwhile they just said, okay, well, we've got everything else up on our end, so we can.
Pretty much a big swing and not realizing that they could not chase that far due to just ultis and other cooldowns.
And that definitely,
from
even though they, I just want to point something out, even though they got this bot turret and they got all those kills, the gold is still only about 1,000k gold. So that's how far they were behind.
Yeah, the help of the Urgot taking top turret also helped even things a little closer after the trade. And with Rift Herald going over to Yeehaw 5, that's almost pretty much a turret in their pocket.
Yep. And they did even up the gold as well with the ADCs with that fight as well. So both of them sitting on T2 boots and a storm. I think the big gold swing was on that Kassadin, though. Definitely getting that Kassadin online, which is what you want.
Yeah, he now has an 800 gold lead over the Lysandra, which is pretty much a blasting one. That's pretty huge for mid lane mages.
Especially with this Kassadin going this super, the super scaling late game build, Roa and Archangel.
Herald's going down in mid lane, trading mid turret for Dragon. They might look for a fight afterwards too.
Yeah, this Aatrox is bot and doesn't have teleport, so he's got to walk this. And this is a 5-man. This is going to be TT.
One hook lands, but they're looking for mid turret with the Rift Herald still alive. Might be able to get this one and a charge on the.
Yeah, they'll get a charge on it. This Cassidon's pretty low, but no, they're just gonna back.
Definitely a good positive trade there for Yeehaw5 to get double turrets for Cloud.
But you know, all things considered, you know, you do look at it and say, okay, you know, we're going late game, and so you know we're willing to trade those turrets for the dragon, which will help us out in the long run because you have the Rift Herald anyway. And that T1 turret was so you know. Really, in reality, you just said, okay, you're going to use your Rift and you're going to get our T2 mid, and we trade that for. So, you know, that's not necessarily the worst thing in the world when you are working for that late. Right now, this Urgot can bully the Aatrox a bit with having the Black Cleaver, and obviously Aatrox hasn't finished. So they definitely want to Aatrox wants to finish that as quickly as. We're going to see if they're... Looks like they're going to go for the top turret here. They should get some damage on it. I don't think they can take it.
Rider from Olaf goes in.
Yeah, but they can get out. They've got 3 people. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be... I'm guessing it's a Rage Blade next.
Yes, sir.
Obviously, Sivir probably just going with that rapid fire cannon. I'm trying to see if we have any other surprises along the wall here. Lysandra probably about to start building for that Hourglass. Cassidon obviously interested in continuing building the components of the Archangel. Going for the Trinity Force. We got Righteous Glory on the old.
Righteous Glory being built on Urgot, and I believe Sterix is going to come out on Aatrox too.
Yeah, probably. Obviously, you know, Aatrox doesn't really need the Righteous Glory with the fact that he has the Sivir ult, the power, speed of.
Yeah, and also the item is just not on him usually.
Yeah. Now, the thing to remember is that will actually give a little bit of an advantage to the Aatrox as well, because he'll have a little bit more move speed.
Urgot realizes that he's a little caught out, gets run down by the Aatrox, and bypasses R, and he can't run away.
Yeah. Yeah, a little exchange of damage in the mid lane. And another pause. Pause number 4. Now, if I recall correctly, it's in the P Cup, it's based on pause time and not the number of pauses. Is that?
Yeah, I don't think there's really any restriction except for 15 minutes per game, which when I played against Yeehaw5 the other week, they did use their full 15 minutes all 3 games.
In every 3 games, they needed 15 minutes.
Yeah, so they get 15 minutes this game, they get 15 minutes in game 2, and they get 15 minutes in game 3 as of current rules. So they had 45 minutes of pause time in the best. We can only hope that this one will be a little shorter. And also, we don't know who's calling pause because mine's currently not working.
Yeah. Okay, well, obviously we just spoke about the items, so can't really talk on that.
They're currently letting the Kaisa catch a... resume. That's faster than I expected.
Yeah. Maybe they felt bad, and they were like, yeah, you know what, we'll just save it, because we got 15 more minutes coming to game 2. And...
yeah. That's what... Planning out the pauses tactically, knowing what time they want to pause exactly.
Yeah, they're trying to prep us guys. They're being considerate. No, they don't want to just hit us with a hard 15 right at the bat. They want to be like, we'll break them in. We'll do like 12 minutes in game 1, 14 minutes in game 2, and then do the 15 minutes.
Oh, if only they were so kind.
Yeah. Just clearing out some vision here.
Lysandra wanting to go back with her 2400 in the pocket. want to spend that on the Zanya's getting a little closer. It picks up Lucidity boots also.
Yeah, Kassadin and Sivir have also not backed in quite a while. Even Vi, I think, hasn't backed in a while.
And yep, Sivir going for the RFC, picking up the Kerchi Shard. I was thinking if I was playing this game, I might go for a Phantom Dancer possibly, but personal choice.
I think the rapid fire is a little bit better because you're going to be running at them and you're going to try and want to do damage. You don't really have anybody who's going to be pouncing on you, you know.
I mean, but even if you're chasing after them, Phantom Dancer, passive speed, and in the actual stats, they're pretty good. So
that is true, but
so again, personal choice in this one.
Sivir obviously could end up doing the double crit and go into a full 100% crit.
Yeah, and if what Chad is saying it goes to 50 minutes, we'll definitely see. Bot lane skirmish goes down. Aatrox has to flash ult away.
No, this is not shut down on Urgot. This is now the vial.
There's popped.
Olaf needs to just stay away. Don't be. There we go. That was both kills on the Urgot, including the shutdown, so that'll help get the Urgot nice and...
Yep, and a small skirmish going on up in the top lane. Casting the Lissandra, which is Lissandra's losing. Bot turret taken for that double kill also, making it very nice. And did Sivir... Okay, no, that's just an effective error. My bad.
Now, Kassadin has completed the Archangel Staff and T2 boots, so now he's about to hit that power spark, or power point. He just needs the... and the staff has transformed just...
Whoa, Sivir.
Another Infernal Drake. That'll even up the Infernal Drakes.
Sivir forced to flash, kind of walking into the Dragon Pit 1v4, a little over-aggressive and cocky. Has to burn flash to get out. Yeah. Lantern to safety also.
So that... Losing the Aatrox and the Vi in the bot lane really hurt, because then, you know, if you could have gotten that second Infernal Drake, 2 Infernal Drakes with the Air Drake, you're going to be very powerful, lots of damage, and that late game Elder Dragon is going to be even more.
Okay, so gets hooked, has no ulti right now, gets... Ooh, Vi can't take the Lantern what's charging Q. The going in!
Has to blow the flash. And,
oh my!
Yeah, Kais is dead. Nice hook.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that was a really nice.
And I believe that was, or no, actually minions were there. That might not have been fully blind in that spot, but it's still a very good series of hooks. Landing the first, getting the flash out, and then landing the one afterwards. Just what you want to see out of your Thresh players. Can I get this in solo?
And the answer is no. Because in solo queue, you know, all us supports just play Vel'Koz.
Can I get a Vel'Koz support that knows how to land ulti? Because I don't.
Nope, sorry.
It's so sad. Another pause coming out. Might be YH5, might be Busaders, but we'll assume it's YH5. After being forced back there, Sivir picked up the completed rapid fire cannon. Kaisa, I believe, also just finished her Rage Blade, which is a good big buy for her. And Kassadin's Archangel Staff has upgraded to the Seraph's Embrace, so scaling is going very well, and Kassadin is in the lead here with 2 items and Kassadin.
Yeah. Now Lissandra has also completed the Hourglass as well, so she's going to be very.
And as we saw, Knight of Zed Olaf disconnect, so it has to be YH5 today.
All in all, I feel like, you know, you're still, this game could still go either way. We're only at an 800 gold difference, and most of that's in the mid lane on the Kassadin, I believe, correct?
Sorry, what was that?
I said it's an 800 gold difference, and I feel like that's almost all on the Kassadin.
Yeah, Kassadin currently has a 1400 lead on Lissandra, and it's probably that all comes down to the team goal.
So yeah, if Lissandra can keep Kassadin just 1v1ing, you know, you're actually stronger in the fort. such a shame because remember this Kai'Sa was 2-0-1 at one stage, so really kind of gone downhill.
And I'm reading chat through the stream, and Cassidy seems to be compiling a poem. Is that?
Nobody ever composes a poem for me. I'm very sad.
Mugfugler, can you be in my spectates and just compose poems in chat for me? TY. All right, and I see R is being typed in all chat, so it seems we'll be getting started.
Hopefully soon. And chat, if you guys want to compose a poem for us too, you know, we'd be very emotionally.
Is Warpack Socratic? Yikes.
Wait. Who's asking that?
Collinator asked if Warpack is Socratic, and yikes.
Oh.
No, Socratic just changed his name to being Socratic, so Socratic is Socratic. Baron Vision starting to be pinged for...
Cassidy a little overextended here, and
he knows exactly how he's going to get out, though.
Yeah, but he's going to jump right into Tark.
And Threshes the Lantern. He could kill Tark here. Oh, Tark has to flash away. He knows that he gets...
As soon as he saw Thresh, he knew he was in trouble.
Yep, very well played by Cassin Nugfugler to realize that they were all corralling him from one way, and that there was one huge lane that was free, so gets out, almost kills Tark, blows his flash too. Very well traded, because also took the Predator.
Cassidon's going Lichbane here instead of the Hourglass, so definitely trying to go a little bit more oriented. I guess he feels like he can survive a long while without. And Aatrox in some trouble here, and yeah, buddy, you're pretty squishy when you're by yourself. So.
Yeah, played over aggressive thinking that his Vi was still in the area and nobody else was, so gets punished for that wave thing.
I feel like this 1-3-1 really isn't having much of an effect. You know, Cassidon's really not able to push it in and do damage against this Lysandra, and Aatrox is kind of getting punished when he over.
Also, I think their map presence when they're trying to do things is also in the wrong spot, as Cassidon's constantly at top turret, and then Aatrox just went in, but Sivir was backing with Thresh that whole time, so they didn't really have the map presence to be forcing the 1-3-1 at that moment.
Agreed. So they tried to go on Cassidon there. They blew the Cassidon, but looks like Lysandra also used Flash and then engaged. So
Sivir has to pop the spell shield and the ulti, but Urgot's right on top of her, gets flipped into the stun.
They get the fear on the Thresh. They can get, they got Thresh.
Thresh knows he's dead, starts the back animation and dies peacefully. And Olaf had been chasing down Cassidon during that with no flash, but so having ulti, obviously being able to run around, gets chunked down to 25% health. This is a Baron.
This could be Baron. Yeah, this is Baron. With the bot lane dead, Cassidon barely. At the very least, you're going to force a Cassidon. And they can just zone. They can zone.
They do not have Urgot ulti here, so no execution.
Yeah, but I don't think they need it.
Ooh, they killed Lysandra. Aatrox still has his R. He pops it now. Oh my. Okay, never mind. No steal. I thought it was. Cassidon gets in there, has to ult out and run away. Aatrox goes low, has E to get over the wall if he can get there.
But he's not getting them.
Yep, insta-killed. So it trades 1 for 4 and the Baron, so pretty good for Yeehaw5 to get back in this one after being behind by so much. So good calls, good macro, and good execution.
I think we're definitely seeing Yeehaw having much better coordination and team fighting versus Busaders. We have seen some individual outplays by Busaders, but not really able to have much of an effect. Nice, good job. That's more gold on this Cassidon, with that shutdown. So I feel like, this should be Lichbane for Cassidon. So I think, going to be doing even more damage. I think this win condition is going to come down to Because eventually this Kassadin will be able to burst this little side.
And third Infernal Drake is currently spawning in 40 seconds. So this is going to be a very deciding factor, especially with Yeehaw having the Baron able to force in with their boosted stats. So we'll see who gets this one and what focus goes down, because they're all rotating to the bottom side of the map right now.
Yeah, and it looks like I guess this is a Hurricane coming up next from.
I don't want to see a Hurricane from Kaisa, but
Phantom Dance,
she'll probably end up building the Hurricane just because it's super meta and is
Yeah.
meta slaving instead of building to how it should be in this game. But
And then looks like Silver going with an IE.
Lissandra's top with TP, so this is still a 5v5.
They need to TP now, but
Arc ulti's burned early. TP is finished for Lissandra.
oh no, that's Kassadin just got outplayed. Well, and that's they're all gonna go. That's Silver dead. This is gonna be drag.
3 dead and dragon. Kaisa with the big 1v1 against
Yeah, that's huge.
Kassadin. Came back for the revenge after getting 100-0'd earlier.
What happened is Kassadin would have had that, but with the Kaisa ult, did not know where Kaisa was, and he tried to ult, guessed wrong, and then the range was too great, and Kaisa was able to just auto attack down the.
Had to buy Zanya's Hourglass, or at least a stopwatch to at least buffer out the invisibility.
Yeah. Well, that's probably what we'll see next item, but unfortunately, this game may end before he can finish that item.
Ping's going down on the bot lane. They're definitely going to be looking for this bot turret, seeing as Aatrox is pushing out top lane right now. There's nothing for them to really push with no minions. Kassadin gets to this one before they can. Experimenting. Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a Hurricane done. I'm guessing Last Whisper next for Kaisa. You look at the items that are about to be complete.
It might be no, it's an IE for Kaisa, I think.
An IE, okay, that could be possible too.
Just doesn't have the 1300 gold. So
I just look at the item differential though across the.
Sivir ulti pop. They're going in. Lissandra the back with the claw. Burns ulti to keep herself alive. Urgot has TP'd in.
There's the ult.
Sivir lives with 1 HP. Has to get out of this fight, and they're still going. Yeehaw 5. Oh.
Yeah, but Kassadin's dead. Yeah.
Oh, Seraph Shield. Urgot lands ulti on the Sivir and kills her, executing her. So that's a 3-for-1. And Yeehaw 5 with the wave in their favor can push down this bot turret right now.
Yeah, and Kassadin using his flash, using his Archangel staff. So next time he goes in, he's not going to be able. This is going to be an inhib turret.
Is going for the Rab Cap right now. So.
Oh, nice pick. And this Kassadin doing it says, okay, I don't need to get out. I'll just go in and kill everybody.
Yeehaw not recognizing that also they need the Tark ulti to survive through Kassadin initially.
Yeah.
So
or at least don't group up where the Kassadin R and E hits all 4 people at once.
Yeah, that was a little sloppy at the end.
This will be a death cap for Kassadin because that was 4 kills plus some shutdown gold.
Yep, he's at 2,500 in his pocket right now and has 1 Neasly large, and he's going to kill Olaf for the unofficial penta.
Oh no, he messed up, but he still will get out. Okay, very low, but he'll get.
First up is Tark, and they're going to get mid priority here. I don't think they can clear it. Roa passive, getting him back to pretty much full health.
And the big thing was they got Baron off of all 5 members, and they didn't lose an inhib turret. So that's huge. Because now this game stalls out even longer. This Kassadin will finish death cap, and please, for the love of God, start your hour. And this should be IE as well for Sivir. So.
Sivir finds Kaisa, has to pop ulti after getting autoed, then Q'd, And yep, IE is getting built right now for Kaisa, going for her 4th item, going to be a very large pickup right.
And GA is well done on Aatrox, so he's going to be much tankier as well. So that would actually, because they didn't lose an inhib, this game has probably been extended at least another 5, maybe 7. Baron will be up in 40 seconds or so, but I think this game will go on for at least another 5 or 7, and that'll give enough time for that. The IE's been finished, the GA's been finished, the Death Cap's been finished, so that was a huge hold there.
Yeah, we're probably going to look at the damage graphs after this game, and we'll notice that Caston is one giant spike, and the rest of his team maybe not so much.
Yeah, when you're close to 40, well, I think Silver will have a decent amount of damage, but not. No. But when you're talking a 35-minute game,
yeah, definitely. Silver having no ulti
they're gonna get away. That's the Olaf ult burn down.
Oh, never mind. Kaisa had ulti onto somebody.
But Kassadin's in the bot lane.
Might trade inhib turret for inhib turret.
They might.
No, Lissandra
this might be a base race. This may be a base race. Kassadin may try and end with this. Lichibane is going to do a lot of damage to these. No, he's going to.
Tarek ulti popped. Aatrox ulti popped. They're going to go for a turret only right here. Now they're on the inhib.
If I'm Kassadin, I would at least sort of stay. I would at least sort of stay till I got the bottom inhib.
Yeah, very interesting that I didn't. Fight goes into Busaders' favor right now, but.
Yeah, but there's Kassadin.
Kassadin has a stopwatch. Pops the Seraph shield and then just cleans house.
Yeah.
Ooh, very close one. Very nail biter. And now with an ace can push down mid lane, push down bot lane, and break open whatever inhibs. They might even be able to end. They have the Aatrox TP to save a minion at a turret if they want. Or no, pinging Baron. Also a very good call if they want to go to it. But Kassadin.
Yeah, with the open. Let Kassadin push mid, deal with the super minions, take the turret, and get the Baron. So they can do Baron, and then they can do the Elder.
Actually, that's a mountain spawning right now.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
Oh, good. But they will pick up the bot inhib that was left at 200 HP earlier and get the Baron at the same time. Kaisa first up, nowhere in the vicinity to kill the 3,000 health Baron.
Kassadin setting up a death push. Yeah, he's ulting in place. He's charging up his E. He's hoping somebody's gonna just face check. He's looking for the Kaisa. He wants to find the Kaisa.
Kassadin, sneaky little beaver, gets in.
Oh no, but the Kassadin, that's not the fight you want there. Not with all of them there. So he
didn't have the vision to play like that. Almost gets caught, but lanterned out to safety for sure. Also with the.
Well, I think if Kaisa had just blind face checked, just gone by himself to get the red buff, he would have died. Not necessarily a bad idea.
Not a bad idea, but also ulting straight into the Tarek and Olaf.
Yeah, that was not a good idea.
Maybe not the best results.
I like the thought, but not the execution.
Agreed. Earth Drake picked up by Busaders here. Next Dragon Spawn is the Elder Drake in 6-7 minutes. I forget.
Yeah.
But one inhib down for both teams about with a 30-second difference in their spawn times.
But definitely this game, Nugfugler decided to put on his carry pan.
Yeah, with the bot lane going down 2 kills early for not playing with respect and just kind of getting instantly there. He's definitely doing what he has to for his team here.
The hourglass has been finished, and this Kassadin is going to be even tankier. And I wonder if Kassadin might sell these boots and go say, you know what, I'm just going to go 6 items, get a Luden Zeko or something like that, and really just.
Oh yeah, Spellbinder pickup would be very. Ooh.
Yeah, another.
I just heard. It just makes me hurt, like thinking about it. Busaders pressuring mid with their Baron buff minions. Ooh, Nugfugler's showing up. Might want to rotate, but they're going to look for the last inner turret here. Freestanding gold, pretty much with the Baron.
Yeah, try and close this Goldie's been alternating sides quite a bit. We've seen almost 4 or 5 different.
Yeah, but now that 5k gold lead for Busaders is making things look a little more cemented in their favor. Yeehaw 5 tries to engage on the top lane, blows the Tarek ulti.
for no reason. Like,
But they
he
have
did
a
not need
big
to-
wave crashing in on the bot wave, and they get nothing.
I think that might be just game because the Tark blew that ult so early on. That's so huge for their team. They're going to lose another inhibitor for this, and probably an in.
One final fight going to happen, and we'll see. It might be looking at the top lane here. Cassidy is getting fought. Hook misses by Thresh. Bot wave is still crashing into next turrets.
They got to send somebody. Kai'Sa's got to go defend. This is going to be the mid inhib.
Urgot blows ulti. They kill Cassidy. This could be... Oh, Sivir pops ulti. This could be in their favor. Kai'Sa from the back starts hitting the...
One of them's going to... Oh, no, Sivir, that was not a good idea. Not with the...
Aatrox presses R and runs away with the boosted move speed and the big form. He should be able to get out. So that was... They did get the mid inhib, but Yeehaw5 holds on to their chances in this game for a little longer.
Yeah.
Nugfuggler was forced to Zanya's in a bad spot. I believe he got hit by the Urgot ulti at low HP after they had just went on him. And after that, he's just executed for being low, not via the Urgot ulti, but...
And that's just the communication issue that we had. How they just been patient. They said, you know, hey, we got super minions on their base. Kai'Sa has to go defend this. You know, they've only got 4 people then to fight us 5. Whichever one they don't send enough people to, we'll just take the inhib turret and then just back off and group as 5 and take the last one. Instead, being a little bit too greedy, getting caught out of position, and now we.
Yep, and in the meantime, Busaders mid inhib has respawned, and the bot inhib for Yeehaw5 will respawn in a few seconds here, I believe.
And we are respawning. Cassidy sold his boots. He's now as a void staff. Sivir has completed the Phantom Dancer, so is that full crit? And looks like it's going to be a Bloodthirster as the last item.
Also might be opting for a QS... No, okay, if you're going to build QSS, don't build... Yeah, don't build Camp Scepter first if you're going for QSS, I guess.
Yeah, I'm thinking... Yeah, because he wouldn't get Bork. You wouldn't get Bork on Sivir to begin with, and there's not enough tankiness, so I think that's definitely a blood. Then 2 Randuin's Omens there.
Yeah, very interesting for Sivir to not go like just a defensive item, seeing as she's getting popped by Kai'Sa every single time. But fight goes down here. Busaders a little over-forcing, but they're going to get away with the Sivir R unless Kai'Sa ults in. Cassidy's taking the base.
Yeah, and taking the Lysandra as well.
Kai'Sa ults straight onto the Cassidy and pops him.
But that's... You take that trade. 1 for 1, and you got the... And another inhib in the top one.
Tark ulti, it gets popped. Kai'Sa is getting the ability to free hit here. Now Aatrox goes onto her.
Olaf died before the Tark ult was able to go. They're gonna say, okay, yeah, sure, 2 for 1, but we got the inhib. So all 3 inhibs are down. That's gonna be super minions pouring in, and they were just taken. So I believe these inhibs are gonna still be down with super minions pouring in as Baron and Elder Dragon.
Yeah, the mid inhib should spawn before both of the Uber buffs spawn, but that's still 2 inhibs down on the opposite sides of the map. They will have to leave one of the carries to deal with or lose their base.
And at this stage of the game, because, you know, hey, guess what? Almost everybody's 18, almost everybody's 6 items. The golds on those super minions doesn't mean at.
Yeah, with Kai'Sa being full build, except for selling boots and buying something else, like pretty much everybody's at their ideal point in the game where they don't need any more gold. Currently, Olaf, Lysandra, and Tarek are just holding off on buying a 6th item because they want control wards, which is very good of them to do.
Lysandra has gotten an Abyssal Mask, trying to survive that, you know, Cassidy one.
Kai'Sa's sitting on 2,500 gold with nothing to spend it, pretty much, because, yeah, 6 item. Oh, as she sells it for Banshees. Trying to avoid getting popped by the Cassidy.
Cassidy's charging up the E stacks again. He wants to try and find a pick if somebody... And they're going to get Elder Dragon here.
Yep, I do like the Elder play here instead of going for Baron. A lot better just for having a quick out fight.
Red team has slain the dragon.
Yeah, they don't need Baron. They've got the Superman. And this mid inhib is still down, by the way. Or no, did it get taken? It got taken, I think.
Actually, it might be up. It might be down and respawning.
But they got to send two
Yeah,
people to deal with this cast.
Now they're going to go for Baron to try and get the double Ubers. They had to send 2 back for Caston, and Caston's going to have the free flank if he goes for it. Like goes down, Tark pops ulti, and Sivir just insta-deleted. I trying to do her best to get onto the Kaisa, but can't do anything there. Caston has now appeared. He's just waiting to kill somebody right here. Waiting for somebody to get his vision. Dodges the stun, finds Kaisa, gets the... Ooh, full delete right there, and now killing the... nope, Tark flashes out, makes it out.
So he can go back in. Oh,
Stun
he's
doesn't
going to get
matter.
all off too. The Caston's just 1v4ing it.
Urgot has no ulti and just is going to... Oof.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter against Caston.
And now he's going to TP back. Could get the Penta if Puff here just stays a little closer out of the fountain. But yeah, Busaders is going to pick up game 1. He can just let the minions end and go for the Penta if he really wants to.
Right, so Yeehaw5, here's an idea. I know you only have a couple of bans, but might want to ban the...
Yeah, that was just wow.
19-4 and 2. So yeah, might want to ban.
And like I said, if you looked at the get damage graphs, nobody on Busaders was pretty much over 20k damage, and then there's Kassadin at 60k. So truly nobody else was contributing too much, but that might have just been because like Tark ulti and possibly getting executed, slammed by Urgot. So well done by Nugfugger there to really pull out the game, almost a 1v5.
Yeah, I felt that game really was like Kaisa versus Cassadin was really determining that fight. You know what I mean? Like whoever had the outplay in the 1v1 kind of won. Because we saw, whenever Kaisa was able to survive and kill the Cassadin, that was game. And then vice versa, if Cassadin was able to kill off the Kaisa, then that.
Yeah, and Yeehaw5 had a lot of good chances to be able to like get that inhib or that objective that would have been able to close out the game, but they constantly just got like 1v4, 1v3 by Cassadin practically, and they just lost all of their momentum and their tempo to be able to do stuff. So kind of got to re-examine how they take objectives there and their focus.
Okay. So we're going to head into game 2 here in just a little bit. We're just setting up the lobby. It would help if I was smart enough to get the codes and didn't need Escapist to bail me out. So thank you, Escapist. I suddenly realized I needed the code. I was like scrambling to try and find it. Okay, let's see. So Yeehaw5 choosing blue side for this next match. I was actually pretty impressed by Crusaders. Definitely played all things considered, came back and did pretty well.
Yeah, especially after having currently a 0-7 season, it's not looking good for them, but definitely coming back, winning a game after they're slightly behind in the very early game. Very big plays by them to bring it back and just outscale, outplay, outmaneuver.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like I think this is the second match of theirs I've seen casted, and I honestly feel like even if they are like, probably looking to be going to relegation matches to try to get back in, I've seen a lot of positives from them. I would not be shocked at all to see them easily get back in for next year.
Yeah, one interesting thing that I saw was the Aatrox. No, that Scion was not introduced into. I see Scion a bunch, but like it could have been picked up in this game, I think.
Yeah, I definitely would have synergized really well with the Sivir, the Vi, and the
Yeah, not to say that Aatrox wasn't a bad pick in the top lane, but Also, he wasn't able to really flex on the strength of Aatrox v Urgot a lot just because he constantly got ganked or he was over aggressive or just stayed under turret with no HP. But he just got punished a lot for the plays that he made. And then even when he went to split push, he also got punished for being anywhere on the map at some points. And straight into Champ Select we go here. So same sides for both teams. Yeehaw5 still on the left and then Busaders on the right. But they have changed the pick order so that Puff is in the 4th pick in 2nd round instead.
So yes, so Warpack is now going mid and Puff Nasty is going ADC.
Possibly. I'm not sure. Is there? You have to be in LCS order? I think so.
I think you do.
So yeah, maybe they're playing Warpack against Nugfugler as their instead of just banning the champions.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, if Warpack is like a mid secondary role and Puff Nasty just doesn't feel confident that he can beat.
Just gotta wait out the 2-ban loss really quick, and then we can really talk about.
Yeah, so we are seeing jungler bans so far. I think the Graves being taken and a Talia, so same ban. So
Yep, still targeting jungler. We saw 7 or 8 jungle bans last game.
There's the Cassidy ban. I was about to say.
The warrior spirit is never broken.
I believe last time it was a Zac ban that we saw instead of the Cassidy ban. So that's what's changed up here. But I think that's definitely the right call because that Cassidy was definitely had a carry ban.
Wait, Tom Kench first pick? Hello? Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
there we go.
I was worried for a second. I was about to be like, interesting. It might have been a Tom Kench top. Wanted to lick the Aatrox instead of trying to kill him.
Victor, interesting stuff. Evelyn?
Evelyn's pretty strong right now. I think we played it in one of our matches earlier. So
Yeah, no, Zac. There we go. I was about to say.
Yeah, they did ban out the Zac last game, so now they're taking it. So it must have been a priority pick for Typhoon. I have no idea what everybody's champ pools are. I didn't bother looking up their OP.GG. Trying to see, they'll probably pick their AD carry here. Yeah, Tristana, also a pretty good pick. Tristana, Alice are a very, very nice lane.
So I think probably you just get your support here or your.
They might take their AD here. Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So I was about to say, wouldn't make nothing else you can really show because otherwise you give up. You get counterpicked in both top and mid.
Yeah, and with Busaders being on red side, they probably want to save their mid for a counter pick. So they're going to pick the support after the 2nd round ban.
Come on, I won't hurt you.
No off ban, taking that away.
Can we see another 7 jungle ban game?
No, Braum. Yeah, I like the Braum ban because Braum obviously pretty solid against the against an Urgot, being able to block more jungle bans.
5 jungle
Five
bans.
jungle bans. So a Knight of the Zed. Wow.
What a great strat! Bans out all champions for one player, and then outplays the rest. We'll see how this.
You know who I would like to see as a support actually for for Busaders. I wouldn't mind seeing the Tark, be pretty good. Because think about the immunity on the Victor against the Urgot, like that might not be a bad pick.
Yeah, and with the removal of Thresh, there's also not too many amazing champions to pick into the opposing team right now.
Yeah, if you can stop the Trist resets, stop the Urgot fear. Yeah, there we go.
But calls it. Tark is now picked up. They want to keep on bringing the Tark Kaisa together.
I think we're going to see a Lissandra here again. I think we're going to see Lissandra and Camille would be interesting. Camille Jungle?
With the jungle, yeah. Pretty good pick right now. And it's going to be a battle of purples in the bot lane with something in the middle. Ooh, LeBlanc.
I think that is the right call going into Assassin against the Scomp, saying, okay, you know what, we're going to just kill you before your Tarkle.
Yeah, it worked against the Kaisa last game where you just had Casson go in and press RW and delete her. So.
Or just wait until the Tarkle was over and then it's like, okay, now you can't. So we got left is the mid lane, I think, Ari. So double Assassin. It's going to be a bloodbath in the mid.
Actually, Ari might end up going, Glacial Augment, so it won't really be an Assassin build. So we'll see what happens in the loading. We do have the 3.5 minutes to wait it out. But looking at the teams, pretty much want to have Camille gank bot or top, depending on their personal preferences, and try to. Actually, she should probably just camp top and just take care of Victor before he starts getting his mobility with his Q upgrade.
Yeah. Obviously, Victor does do very great once he gets like 3-4 items. Early game, before he can upgrade some of his stuff, is very low mobility. So I think that would be the correct call. Try and get that Urgot ahead, establish your front line.
Yeah, they might have ended up just picking up the Camille. That way they can pull off some simpler dives against Victor before he can do what he's known.
Yeah, kind of hard to do anything when you're pinned in place inside a Camille ult with a Urgot eating you in the face with Black Cleave. And obviously Ari.
My bad.
I was saying then just Ari with the ult and the charm is gonna be hard to gank, and the bot side Kaisa ult and the Tarek ult are gonna be hard to deal with. So I think the top lane focus for I think in the bot side probably. I feel like with the Zach's actually gonna be focusing mid, try and focus.
It might be a little harder. It might be a little harder to gank the LeBlanc just with her W and then eventually her level 6 R. So we'll see where Zach wants to camp, because he could also camp top just like how Camille, we think, will do it.
True. I think that the Zach has a few more options. I personally would like to try and shut down the LeBlanc, because if you can kind of stop the LeBlanc from getting ahead, you're going to have a little bit more safety because you have the Targal. Yeah, I think LeBlanc's the only one who can 100 to 0 in one.
I think the main thing with LeBlanc is also if you have a mid laner that can push in waves a little faster than LeBlanc can, or at least make her blow W to make her clear waves, then you shut her down that way, because LeBlanc's just like intensively near impossible to CS perfectly with. It's going to be not giving LeBlanc kills and having Nugfugler be able to just force her to have less gold via CS and having no.
Yeah, so obviously we're in the spectator delay here. Just looking at the summoners across the board, double ignite in the mid lane, double ignite in support. I just don't like Tarek's having ignite in these type of lineups. I mean, just because I'm thinking like Kaisa, your late game. I think I'd prefer it a little bit more in case the Camille jumps on top of the Kaisa or something like that. So obviously, Busaders, if they win this, do pick up their first win of the series.
Yeah, first win of the season for Busaders if they can close out this game too.
And definitely, I'm trying to think in the standings now. If Yeehaw were to lose, and I know they still definitely can come back. This is by no means assured, and obviously they are having to use an e-sub this series. Back into the middle of the pack, then they're being tied, I think, with or in there with Sentinels, Bad Boys, and Vortex as well. So they do definitely want to come back here and kind of reestablish themselves with Sad Boys as being.
Wow, we loaded in pretty fast for this game, so still a little black screen just because preloading. But yeah, Yeehaw don't want to. They are passed into playoffs, but probably want to be a little bit of a higher seed instead of for when they go into playoffs.
The thing I think I like about the playoffs though is, as we were looking into this, because I know like this, the teams are pretty much set. We have the seeds are kind of up in the air, but the teams are kind of set. Even I don't think there's anybody that looks and say, "Oh yeah, we're 100% guaranteed to win." Even the bottom tier, even the bottom seeds in the playoffs, like right in the standings right now, they're still more than capable of beating the top seeds. You know what I mean? We don't really have like a team that you look at and be like, "Okay, they're unbeatable." You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do agree. There's not every team's like.
I think every team has a flaw that you can attack, and every team has a solid strength that can carry the team.
Yep.
I think that's definitely going to make for a very fun season. There are leagues out there where you just look at it and you're like, well, that's no point in playing out the season because they're going to win it. You know what I mean? Like there's definitely some changes, and obviously we don't know what's going to come up in the meta.
Up until Busaders are losing, they're winning. Nice comment, Twitch chat. And here we are on Lift, loading in. Pretty standard. Tark's going to sit in the mid lane instead, or he's going to get in the bush. Nope, he's going to.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Kind of a unusual setup here by Busaders. 4 people on the right side of the map, and only Victor on the.
Yeah, I don't know what that was because Tark was sitting mid and then Ari was in the bush to not be seen and then just walks in. So I guess early vision doesn't really matter to these teams. Like, oh my god, I showed where I am. It doesn't matter.
So Tark is going to Relic Shield here on this side. John Lee going Tark Relic Shield, and we did see Two Poppy going the
Nahor,
the
Ancient Coin.
Yeah. I haven't played Sport in a while, so my brain's like nothing. The name of the item. We did see some wards. They got some wards down here, so they're going to definitely know where this Camille versus, Yeehaw wasn't able to get any wards down, so they don't know. They're kind of blind on the vision, but obviously they know. They figure probably blue because they see this. Victor and Ari got in the lanes right away.
Yep, and they're off to the races. Victor already trying to harass, get the Klepto stacks pretty early. Puff was trading. Oh, why? What? Level 2 gank by the Camille to the mid lane. Ari blows Flash and still gets killed. Flash Ignite used by LeBlanc and another Flash used by Camille to all take that down. That was sadly I missed that.
Yeah, I kind of missed that too. I was watching the bot.
Yeah, Puff was wailing on the Kaisa, taking a positive trade, and then he just keeps it up too long and gets blasted. Going in the bot lane, dodges the stun. Full stacks, goes down on Kaisa with the Pressy attack Ignite used. She goes down to 25% HP, pops no pots of it.
Yeah, and only the Ignite used. And Camille looks like looking topside gank on this Victor, but I think Victor's a little bit too pushed in to be able to do anything.
And not for their, if they had come when...
Another fight in the ball. Tark, Flash use, Kaisa heal. That's everything but the ignite used on the bot side for Bruce. Then
Puff is definitely doing a good job in the bot lane here to punish Busaders bot lane. I don't know. Last game they also had it a little rough where they just kept on doing some things in lane and they got hard punished for it. So Yeehaw5 bot lane looking pretty strong yet again. Zach is looking top here with Urgot being pushed in pretty hard.
I think he's in vision.
He's actually not in vision, so they had no idea he was there. Just that Zach was only level 3 and his E range is pretty low right then.
So Zach backs gets this percent. This bottom Rift Herald, or not Rift Herald, Skull has been up like this entire time.
Camille looking mid, early trade by the Ari, gets chained into place, and another one. Ignite onto LeBlanc, secures the counter. Another fight in the bot lane again. Still trading positive for Yeehaw5, able with Tristana able to proc. Oh, she jumps in. Nope. Able to proc, press the attack with her bomb. It's just a big burst of damage that they can't really deal with, and Zach is spotted out on a ward.
I want to point out this: despite these two ganks and Ari dying twice, Ari is still ahead of LeBlanc and CF.
Yep, it was pretty much that's what I was saying earlier in the loading screen. Is just that LeBlanc can't always farm too well, so the thing is to not let her get kills and assists.
Jungler's fighting.
Zach E's out, gets the heck out of there, and doesn't want to get collapsed on by the 4.
I mean, this is a lot of gold on this Camille right now.
Puff, what are you doing? This man's just on a mission to jump in whenever it's on off cooling.
He's not taking any damage, and he's putting a lot of pressure on the.
Very true, but I sense a Cody Sun coming later this game. Busaders forced the backs, free damage for Yeehaw5 on the bot turret with has low resistances. Wait, about to bust? Okay, never mind.
I feel like this game's going, other than the LeBlanc, he jumps in again. I think this Triss is just trying to use it on cooldown.
I mean, a little bit of it right there might have been just to help clear the wave because the AoE damage, but like other times, it's like, hello?
But other than this LeBlanc, this game's going pretty well for Yeehaw5. Urgot going about even with this. Got the 2 early kills on the Camille. With a pretty good gold lead. You know, Triss doing well, has the BF sword over the T2 boots for.
Yeah, let's hope there's not a repeat of last game where somehow the T2 boots beats out the BF sword.
Yeah, the BF sword and 2 long swords. But this bot turret for Crusaders is already at about just 2/3 health. So they can win another trade with this BF sword. They might be able to get this first turret pretty early.
Nahor was pinging out the bush that Tarek was sitting in, going like he's definitely going to be sitting here. He has, either has 200 IQ or is just has some script.
They got a fight in the mid lane. Already hit 6 before LeBlanc and could have done a damn.
Yeah, but now with no ult or Flash is coming back up, so Camille is already hovering. Zach finds the Camille and is just going to take a
Camille is
here.
Oh, Ari's gonna die.
Zach baits in his mid laner and forces his mid laner to die. LeBlanc flashes out after igniting the Ari. Zach flashes out.
Yeah. Urgot's coming. Is it? See what can. Yep, there's the. Oh, the ball lane's here though. Kaisa gets the kill.
Zach dies, Urgot executes with the W, and Alistar has come to save the day. No ulti for Kaisa to go back in. And the whole time Tristan has been hitting the turret. It's already at
2 for 1. Yeah, 2 for 1, and they get the first turret. And a ton of solo XP on the Tristan.
Yep, and probably first turret here once this bomb explodes. Small fight in the mid. Yep, there's first turret onto the Tristana. That's going to put her very far. Not enough to get her Storm Razor right now, but very close, 300 gold off.
Got a fight, and Kai'Sa's gonna go down.
Alistar dies a turret.
No.
Oof,
Not quite enough.
that just went horribly for Yeehaw 5.
And
They had the chance.
I don't understand why you take that fight. Like, just be patient. Like, you're having such a huge goal lead in this Tristana and then this Camille.
Here comes Puff for the Cody son.
Yeah,
Oh.
but he's... Be careful. Yeah, he's fine.
This is pretty much what happened last game, where Yeehaw 5 would get tempo, they'd have a really good position to keep on transitioning to the next objective, and then they just overforce, they greed out, and then they get punished very hard. But well played by Tarek and Kai'Sa, John Lee about to bust, they were able to punish the flashing into turrets of the of Yeehaw 5. Also, surprisingly, this game, there have been no pauses besides the initial load-in. So
I swear to God, if we get a pause now just because you said that, I'm going to be so pissed.
I'm tempting to jinx it, but I mean, it's only 9 minutes in the game.
Zari does have a 20 CS lead on this LeBlanc, and she has kills, so she actually has a pretty big gold lead on the...
Yeah, 100-ish, but that's pretty good for just being through CS and also having 3 deaths.
Yeah, and having a Camille literally just, like, attacking you over and over and over.
Nice awareness by Busaders to ping out that Camille is more than likely topside there.
Yeah.
But Zach was also forced to hover bot side, seeing as there was no bot turret for Busaders to sit under. Alistar free to roam. And let me see if I can find how much gold Victor has off.
I would... Honestly, I kind of wish they'd lane swapped after they took this. I know it's just a mountain dragon. I would have liked to see a lane swap. And then just say, okay, you know what? Victor, because remember, Victor, low mobility, put him in a lane with no turret behind him. And then you can apply pressure on the top turret. I mean, that sets you up pretty well. Because I feel like a Rift Herald's more valuable than a mountain dragon at this stage. You're probably going to get a top turret out of it. And Victor now has to play even safer because he doesn't have a turret behind him.
Yep, and Camille's already pinged that she wants to come to the top side. Urgot pushes in the wave, and Camille moves into the closer bush, waiting for the wave to bounce. Zach is also top side, and he might be looking at the gank. Also has the pink ward for vision safety. Alistar's here, though. Immediately forces the flash. Good. And Zach having no passive blocks at them. Ult's not able to get out because of Camille gets crunched to death by the Urgot. Well, ult's well timed. And
the Glacial is slow. They're going to... Yeah. Oh, the minion blocked. They're going to get it.
Urgot goes low, but Victor is overpositioned. Oh my, the Ignite got it. And Victor with a Q shield able to live through. Ari picks up a double kill now.
Might even get a triple kill here because they don't do the rest.
Still has flash and is just autoing for the Glacial Augment slow. Feels bad.
Yeah.
Presses the W and gets the kill. Triple kill for the Ari, bringing it back after being hard camped, bringing revenge onto the Yeehaw 5.
And a ton of gold onto the Ari. Not what you wanted to see after game.
After intentionally forcing the Ari to be shut down, pretty much being about even with the underfarmed LeBlanc. Gives her a triple kill, gets her back into the game, and yet again, Nugfuggler in a very good position to carry yet again.
And you even switched your ADC in your mid round to try and get a better advantage.
Yeah, that's a little rough to see happen. Says this is the counter to Nugfuggler, and then it was not the counter to Nug.
And Ari getting a lost chapter now, so we'll have a lot more mana. Better cooldown reduction, definitely be able to play safer and farm better. And if you can get this Luden Zeko this early on, 2-item Ari.
Urgot patiently waiting in bush, seeing if Victor would walk up with no flash. But,
Oh,
does
nice!
not happen. Mid lane fight. Ooh. Dark ulti's blown, and Alistar is pretty deep, but he does have the unbreakable will pop right now.
They're just going to take some summoners, get damage on this.
Zach's prepping the jump. Doesn't go for it. Good call. Does not have the ulti, but has passive.
That was a
Mid lane
nice...
versus top. Oh. Puff
Zach. Surprise. They're there to. Oh, they got the
flash
stop.
from the bot lane. TP coming in from Victor, who's literally 100 units away.
Dice goes down.
Victor goes low, has to Q away, has to keep on kiting. Zach
Ari
goes
is
on to
not
Urgot
here
ult,
this whole time.
and the ulti goes off by Urgot. That ends up being a 2 for 0. Or actually 2 for 1 because Nugfugler did kill Puff in the top lane. And that made him get 4 kills without a back.
That's why Ari wasn't there.
Move.
Oh,
Nugfugler about to pick up another kill possibly. But Alistar comes to save the day with a headbutt. Oh, flash in.
Nice stun, but Ari's dead. Doesn't have ult.
Pulls out the stopwatch to dodge the snare by the root, by the chain, and makes it out safely.
Stopwatch just no, never mind. I was about to say just came off its ability to use.
And questionable thing about that fight was when Victor from mid lane on right next to where Tristana is right now to Raptor camp. That was a definitely big brain TP in my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like Kaisa could have stayed back. Got a little bit too aggressive chasing kills. Had Kaisa just stayed back, would have been in a much better shape, and maybe that fight would have gone much.
Yeah, the big thing that Kaisa has to pay attention to is that if she goes in, she will die, because everything on the enemy team, if they have their abilities up, she gets either CC locked or just Camille ulted and she's stuck in one place, even if she does have invisibility, which she doesn't at this point.
Now it looks like Kaisa's going a Rage Blade first, which I think is emblematic of the AP.
Yeah, she might be opting for the AP build, but I don't know why she would in this case.
Oh, they killed Urgot before the Charcoal went off.
But gets blown up by the Tristana bomb. Tristana is now free hitting. It's spacing out pretty well. Targ ulti is popped. Kaisa's trying to get in via the W into the ulti. Targ picks up a kill. Oh my, Zach! You're smurfing!
The Charcoal kept Zach alive and they were able to get all the... But literally, Ari was being dragged in. The ult had gone off and it was being dragged in to be executed, and they killed Urgot before...
Zach lands the jump before LeBlanc W can go off, gets the pull off, knocks her up, hits the real one, gets a kill. Busaders come flying right back into this one.
Yeah, and we definitely are seeing now, like, this Zach has been on point with his ease, and, you know, we're definitely seeing why this Zach was taken away in Game 1. Even though the scoreline, you look 0-3-5, it doesn't look that impressive, but it set up a lot of kills, you know, for this Ari and for this, you know, the Tarek 3-0-3.
Yeah, especially that the stretchy arms, the Q that he landed right there while Tristan was jumping was a big kill to pick up because that enabled them to take that bot turn.
Yeah, I think you look at the if you look at the scoreboard, you say 0-3-5 versus 4-2-4. Oh well, Knight of the Zed definitely is having a way better game, and you know is just dumpstering on this Nova Typhoon. But in reality, Nova Typhoon has actually done a really good job of saying, you know what? Yeah, you're getting the kills, but I'm setting up my team, getting the kills, getting the gold onto my carries where I need it. Because this Camille will fall off late game. And, you know, a fed Ari and a fed Kaisa will be...
Yeah, and we see that Kaisa actually is trying to go the AD build, but did not have the gold ever to be building any of the Stormrazor components, so he's going Rage Blade right now. GLP is picked up for Ari too, so now there's a lot more Glacial Augments. Ghosties has popped, finds all 5 of Yeehaw5 at the Herald. Victor's caught out, everybody hops on him, and that's a dead Victor. Urgot's not in the best position right now, but is not getting focused down.
Kaisa not here yet. Kaisa... Oh, that's the clone, Ari.
That goes for the jump, gets the double man knockup, tries to go for the Q, does not land it.
Kaisa goes down.
Ari trying to orchestrate the fights, lands Q, gets taken down by a Tristana auto while Camille's focusing, and Yeehaw5 takes the more advantaged fight. Targ ulti just came up at the end of that fight,
yeah,
and Zach was unable to ult anymore.
Victor really trying to flank. I think you'd be better just walking behind the pit. Just come around, meet up with your team. pen out of position, and that kind of didn't go.
Yeah, also Victor having the CS lead and then getting camps having no kills, no low gold, ends up going for his completed hex core instead of building any more resists. That way he can kite out better and not get insta-popped like he just did, is a questionable thing in my opinion, as you probably shouldn't be going the full hex core in
Especially once
Victor.
you're already so ahead. You've got the wave clear. You don't need the upgraded E either. I think just get once you got that Q, the upgraded Q first, just start building like a frozen fist or something like that. And I want to point out something in that fight there. There was shutdown gold went over from the Ahri, the Kaisa, and the Taric. All shutdown golds went over. So this gold lead now is almost completely evened up. We're dead smack even basically.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that the Taric was 403 when that fight went down, so he had a big shutdown gold. I think that's 600 or 750. Mountain Drake secured by Busaders. Zach jumps in, lands Q, not able to get the second part, but they're fighting now.
Victor isn't here, and Camille is.
Taric lives with 1 HP before the ulti's popped, and Orgot lands ulti. No fear though. Ahri instant deleted by LeBlanc.
Camille's by himself. Camille's by... And Triss gets the shutdown, jumps, kills Kaisa, then jumps back out.
Victor is finally TP'd in, is now able to do stuff for his team. Good jump on by the Zach to land it onto Camille before her E could complete, thus stopping her in the grab field and picking up that kill. With Puff being so low, Victor can look at pushing down this turret.
That was a 3 for 2, I believe. Or no, 3 for 3. Oh, yes, Zach! Oh, almost got. They're gonna get this T2 tower. Right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Zach Q actually doesn't proc on using turrets. So that was a nice try, but I don't think it works like that. I might be wrong.
Nope, righteous glory. Victor might be dead here.
Victor still has all of his Q resets. He just has to keep on using it. That way it goes off cooldown. Zach jumps back in to try and save his team, but he might get stopped right here. Gets executed. Pop here. No fear because no kill. So Zach dies for his teammate, and now Ahri has reappeared to try and help, but they're out. Busaders are currently up 600 gold, and it's mostly through turrets, I believe, right? No, actually it's not. They're even turrets.
I think it's the first turret gold, and well, the first turret gold would have canceled that, went over to Yeehaw5. So actually, yeah, it is.
It's all through CS and CS.
CS, CS, Kleptomancy.
Yeah, because First Blood and First Turret were both on Yeehaw5, so after getting both of those gold boosts, they have fallen behind in the gold department, but now it's only 100 gold. I don't know how it just changed so quickly. 200. Somebody just get a fat wave and I didn't realize it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's just the standing waves that are not farmed yet. That's why there's the small difference.
Yeah, I was about to say, when I was looking at it, I was like, shouldn't be that big of a difference.
Yeah, it's actually dead even, pretty much. Camille goes onto the Ahri, is currently solo. There's 5 coming top for this Ahri. Oh!
Flash, too.
Flash, true damage Q, and now the rest of Busaders is finding the fight against the big fat tanks. Alistar uses ulti. Zach jumps out. Taric ulti popped. Trying to run away, but Taric's going to go down. Kaisa runs out for her life.
They're taking these fights, and you keep seeing Nugfugler and Fugnuggler both in these. And the individual skill of their isn't too bad. The issue is that they're not coordinating this 1-3-1 properly. We saw the same thing happen last.
Yeah, they're just losing sight of. Oh god.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, they're just losing sight of where the enemy team is and not recognizing rotations either through lack of wards or just not respecting the fact that 5 could have came top for Ahri there, seeing as she was super pushed with no vision. Baron's going to go over unless something crazy happens. Nothing crazy happens. So Baron goes over to Yeehaw5 and Zach gives up his life too, making that a 3 and Baron for nothing. Yeehaw5 with the Baron buff now poised to definitely take game 2 right now. If as long as they keep up the way they're playing with the proper rotations and wave management.
Yeah, and LeBlanc has gotten several kills here. So not only is she fully online with this Luden Zeko, with a Major Soul Stealer, with an you're really going to do a lot of damage here. And that's going to be a problem.
They're going to go back to this 1-3-1 or 1-4, which interests me a little bit because top lane is still standing with all of its turrets, but maybe it might just be a rotation through the river right now. But
yeah, well, I think Camille can definitely take the turrets. Only Tristana can take it fast. I think obviously they're a little bit nervous about the Tristana being caught out.
Okay, yeah, she's going to take it with the wave first, but they're poised to take her on right now, 4v1.
Oh, geez, Camille, you do not want to go in.
LeBlanc had rotated, but got stunned by the Taric. She still can get out because of her dashes, I think. Yep, there she goes.
Yeah.
Yeehaw5 takes pressure on the mid turret, but is not able to do anything because Tristana was clearing a ward, I believe. Nugfugler flashed in with the Ignite onto LeBlanc, not able to finish the kill though. Well played by LeBlanc. Taric ulti is popping, and let's see the fight go on. Alistar pops ult, flashes away. Urgot goes down. Kaisa is just free hitting Tristana, can't do anything, has to run away. Ults the Victor away, flash onto the Kaisa, and she pops her.
But LeBlanc is still. Can the Kaisa Plasma charge, long range charge, find it? We do see an Infernal Dragon spawning pretty soon.
That is not what you want to see from a Baron power play. You do not want to see one tower taken and 4 people die as soon as you get Baron. So that's not, again, another non-ideal play from Yeehaw5 over for being cocky and getting caught out with their low vision currently.
Bout to Bust is doing a good job though. 8-4-3 now. Should be fully online. Has definitely closed the gold lead here.
Yeah, as soon as he stopped using ulti to get to their back line, he started doing it a lot better. So
here's what I disagree here with. This Infernal Dragon was up, and rather than going for the Infernal Dragon, they went for this tier 1 turret in the mid lane. So now Yeehaw5 got an Infernal Dragon. You could have just gone there before Night of the Zed got there.
Wait, that was an Infernal, but it displayed as a mountain on my screen.
You're right. Same. Okay.
Maybe that was a bug.
That could be a visual bug. If it is a visual bug, that would explain why they made.
Yeah, it'd explain why they didn't go for a mountain in that play. But Victor gets popped by LeBlanc. Zac goes in with the ulti, grabs 2. LeBlanc is now popped. Kaisa's still free hitting, actually not getting focused down at half HP right now. Urgot looks for the ulti, it misses. Or actually it hit Taric there.
There's Urgot.
Beautiful fight there. Taric was able to position right in front of the Urgot when he saw his AD carry go low. Took the spear to the face and nullified the execute. A 3-for-1. Beautiful trade for Busaders.
I will say this, I was not that impressed by Bout to Bust in game 1. I felt like he really required Nugfugler to carry him, and he's doing a much better job game 2. Very nice Kaisa positioning. Definitely been pretty impressed so far.
Yeah, it's definitely Kaisa showing up in this one. That's going to make Busaders into the better team for this one, and poised to win as soon as as long as they keep on getting these amazing fights for Bout to Bust.
Nugfugler did a good job early game, helping keep his team ahead. Now Kaisa's coming fully online with the, and they did get a shutdown gold on this LeBlanc, so the Major Soul Steel stacks have dropped down quite significantly.
Yeah, 22 to 12 is a noticeable difference, and also removes the passive move speed on it. So now LeBlanc is a little slower and a little easier to catch out. Looking at Victor here, we can see on the mini-map that people are starting to rotate. Sees Alistar and Urgot on a ward.
He knows, he's right.
Doesn't want to get deleted for the however many times. He's going to walk back into the jungle. Bugnuggler, oh my, barely escapes, and then and Warpack gets punished for not being able to get the kill and not able to get out afterwards.
And now we're down to 2 stacks on this soul.
And Nugfuggler here is able to get to the turret, and it's probably going to fall to minions here. And he's going to do his another bush bait sitting by the red. But well played by Fugnuggler to be able to full combo pretty much back to the LeBlanc, stopping a few of her spells with the ulti due to the silence or the interrupt really of the ult, and then also getting a Q shield at the same time to live through the remaining bit damage at the end.
And by the way, that gold let him complete the Banshee's Veil, so now he's going to be even safer against this. But with this Banshee's Veil done, and with the Soul Stealer stacks losses.
Here they go. They bush baited. Ooh, but Camille is able to buffer the E properly. Gets out through the wall. Urgot's pushing bot, but does have TP available. They're looking at the Baron spawn in 40 seconds here. Kai'Sa or Ari wants to get back in first though, with 2,500 gold. Yes, Twitch chat, continue to spam Busaders. It's looking very strong for their favor right now with a 2K gold.
I mean, I believe Yeehaw5 is in 2nd place, and so I mean, this would be pretty interesting if the last place team can actually upset the 2nd place team. That would be definitely.
Yeah, Yeehaw is currently tied for 2nd, so yeah.
Yeah, and not even like a 2-1, but just the 2-0 if they were able to pull this off.
Here comes the bot lane fight. Victor able to kite out with slows and move speed. Banshee's Veil is now popped. Urgot's still chasing it down. Puff pops Nug, but then gets a return.
I think Urgot's gonna die. I mean, he's being chased towards the turret, Bugnuggler's turret, which is not.
Destroyed. Blue team's inhibitor has been destroyed. Executed.
Does get the execute though, but the problem with that is that's probably going to be Baron.
Yeah, definitely a Baron call here. And they broke mid inhib.
Yeah,
and they have 5 alive.
LeBlanc and Triss died.
Yeah, that was an interesting trade. I wish I could have watched it, but I can imagine how it went down with Triss having IE and RFC.
They had Alistair having to blow flat.
Camille goes in a little early.
Focus to Camille, focus to Camille.
Baron's pop goes in Busaders' favor. Target
Okay.
ulti's down, and there's no AD carry anymore. It's now up to Alistar and Warpack to
This
be
should
able
be
to
game. This should be game. They can just go straight down the mid lane. Baron, super minions. Leave Ari and Tark to punch long.
Yep, and Victor went into base and is back now. They're charging down. Victor's trying to fight the enemy team here. It's focusing down the Alistar. Now onto the Urgot. Zac pulls them out of tower range and deletes him with Kai'Sa.
LeBlanc
Victor still taking the turret. And that's game.
That's game.
Busaders just beat the 2nd. Oh my. Busaders comes from behind, beats the 2nd place, tied for 2nd place team. Amazing. Just amazing.
Wow, so pretty impressive. All things considered, I think Dev is very, very impressive.
Going back to those damage charts, we can look at the spikes and see that Kai'Sa and Victor were both doing very good damage, and the Victor damage is actually pretty surprising to me, as you know, he got camped pretty early. Obviously, he has the ability to harass very hard with QE, and then also scaling into late game with AP, but still, I thought he would be a little lower, at least due to like getting camped early and being forced to play under turret almost all the game.
Well, I think he just got a lot of poke off, and we did see he did go an early AP build with the E, leveling up the core versus the Iceborne Gauntlet, which you see a lot of people doing. So I think he was able to do out a little bit more early game damage than you normally would, and then just took over. He did have some nice ults. So I mean, good job by him. I think we are definitely seeing improvement out of Busaders. It seems like every week they get a little bit better, and definitely, as I said, I think I would not be surprised at all if they easily get back into the get back in next season, because I think they are guaranteed to go down into the relegation match, series now to get back in.
They are guaranteed to be playing.
But I think all things considered, I think you got to hold your head up high and say, hey, you know what? Yeah, we got knocked down. Took us a while to figure out how we wanted to do it, but we're improving, and we're ready to go for next season. So I think definitely pretty strong showing. So do you want to grab somebody, or do you want me to grab somebody, or anybody in particular you want to talk to?
I'll leave you to choose, because I think obviously we can look at Nugfugler to be a very good choice because of how he performed first game, and then also put the early game of game 2 on his shoulders. But also About to Bust was performing pretty well, pretty okay game 1, but then game 2 hard pop off after he started positioning a lot better.
Yeah. Okay. I think why don't we grab About to Bust here? Let me see. Of course, his Discord name is going to be different. Oh, there we go. He's coming up here. There we go. What's going on, man?
Thank you, Jacob.
Oh, yo, what's up?
Hey, so we're going to interview you if you don't mind.
All right, let's go.
So obviously, pretty impressive from you guys, 2-0ing the team that was tied for second place, and picking up your first win of the season, series-wise. Did you guys make any improvements during the past couple of weeks that have kind of made you guys feel a little bit stronger, or just was it just your?
You know what? We're actually not even running our full roster, so.
Oh, so this is like a roster with a sub or something like that?
Yeah, it's a support sub, but yeah, we made a change to our bot lane, and now we're like having a lot more fun now.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it, especially with, first game, the early game did not go in your favor, just a few things, Kaisa, whatever, Kaisa. But, but then you guys came back with level 2, and you somehow beat out their bot lane while having just boots and no damage. And how did that feel to come back after getting pretty much, like, slapped in the face once and then coming back and just beating them into the ground?
Honestly, I have no idea. I have no idea how my support plays, but he just fucking won me the game. Won me both games, actually.
Yeah, definitely a strong showing by John Lee. I do agree with you on that one.
It's kind of funny because I actually, before that you guys picked the Tarek, I was like, I want to see Tarek, and then we picked it. So I definitely like that pickup by you guys. I feel like Tarek doesn't see enough play in the P Cup, considering how useful his ult can be. So obviously, you guys are, as we were talking about earlier, are going to be relegated on the matches, but obviously, definitely really improving on a week-to-week basis. Do you guys feel pretty confident that you'll be back for next season?
Oh, next season? That's what I'm waiting for, dude. That's why I have the name, actually. It's all for next season.
Oh, so okay, yeah. So you guys heard it here. Busaders is going to clean house next season. So.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, we saw a lot of bands focused in the jungle. Were you guys just looking at Night of the Zed and saying, okay, that's where we gotta shut them down? Like that's.
I don't know. My team just does the pick and ban, but that's what they were saying. They were like, "Oh, just fucking hard ban this guy, and everyone else is fine."
I thought he did pretty well considering how many bans he got thrown away. But obviously,
he still did. He still dumped on me game 1. I think there was this one fight where I literally couldn't do anything. Actually.
Oh, that one, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was bot lane where holy shit.
Yeah, you were instantly 10 HP and you had to sit back in that one. That one's feels bad as an E.
Yeah, not very fun.
So obviously, I was gonna say you guys, making these changes have obviously turned out pretty well. Well, this series we saw kind of back and forth in both of these games. Like it wasn't like one team blew out to an early game lead and just dumpstered the entire game. It was kind of back and forth. Was there any of the games, either game 1 or game 2, where you guys really felt like you were kind of out of it and then you just kind of came back by luck, or did you feel like you were in it the entire time?
both games actually, or at least personally for me. Like when you're behind on AD, you're like, oh, okay, just fucking FF, it's over, you know. But nah, I mean, we just kept
Yeah,
playing
because
in that sense.
there was a one stage where I think Tristana was 3 items with the Storm Razor, Rapid Fire, and IE, and you still were on Rage Blade and Stormcaller as well. So I mean, like it looked like you were behind quite a bit, but then you popped off. That was the game that was the fight that you had like 3 or 4 kills. I think that really got you back in.
Yeah, Kaisa does damage. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's kind of interesting because it both felt like both times the Kaisa really did a lot stronger earlier game than she should. So.
Yeah, I should start picking her more actually.
Yeah, so well, there you guys. You guys heard it. You know, you better start banning away about the bus, Kaisa.
Please leave our jungler open.
Yeah, that I was talking earlier in the match. I was kind of, even though the Zack's KDA didn't look that impressive. He was actually doing a really great job of setting up these team fights for you guys and really helping let you guys get the kills on Nugfugler and on yourself. So I was actually kind of impressed by that.
Yeah, like game 1 would not have been possible without the Vi. Actually, key role there.
Yeah, so
Yeah, pressing R was a very key role for Vi there, locking down Kaisa, pressing R a lot. Yep.
You know, I was the
It's
scapegoat in that whole
hard
thing.
life. So obviously, you know, what teams haven't you guys had a chance to play against?
I actually have no idea because I just got in recently. So
Oh,
if you're
okay.
asking me anything about the league, I have no idea. I just know I think we're gonna play
You
one
just
more
play.
team for the end of
You just play. Just show
yeah,
up. And it's like
they just
whoever I'm
tell me
going
the
against.
time, and I'm like, oh, okay.
All right. Well, thank you, man. Appreciate it, and hopefully you guys will continue on having some success in the rest of the season, and hopefully back next season.
Yeah, dude.
So thanks.
Yeah, good luck, man. Have a good
Alright,
season
thank you.
next time.
Thank you. All right. Well, that just about wraps it up for us, guys. Hope you guys all enjoyed watching the series. I enjoyed it. It was a pretty entertaining series, back and forth. Both some pretty interesting picks, and all in all, I think it was a nice break from the standard, same champions in every single position all across the board that we see from most P Cup series. We got to see some interesting picks, so I liked it.
Yeah, definitely a very interesting game with constant back and forth in the gold and the momentum. So I really enjoyed casting this one.
Yeah, definitely, it was a lot of fun. So props to both teams for playing strong and giving it your all. So continue on. I think we do have some other matches coming up this week, as I recall. Not sure who else has yet to play, but I know we still have one more match. Or no, that's right. Sorry, we had 2 matches I think got moved that were scheduled for this week that have been moved to next week. So I think we should have a lot of games next week. If you guys are interested, should be some good ones coming up. So I would definitely stay tuned to that. Obviously, if you're not following both Prophecy Cup channels, you have Prophecy Cup Channel 1 here, and then Prophecy Cup Channel 2 as well. Should just follow both those channels. You keep track of all the games coming up. Very interested, and I'm sure all teams are excited, and be sure to cheer on your favorite team.
Baby shark, baby shark, baby shark.
That's all right.
No, that's it.
All right, good night, everybody. I think Escapist has hit the thing, and I believe we are out of here.
Sweet.
Dripping lights paint the skies, all because self-control. I keep telling myself, but I don't wanna let you know. Is this what we become? Strangers on the run, looking for something